Hi, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is your weekly reading for the 9th through the 15th of October. Sorry, I'm a day late on this, but I am back in school, so I just have a lot going on. All right, so looking at your spread, your energy for the week is the moon. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands in the reverse, 7 of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing some confusion around what is going on, possibly with work, because you have some pentacles here. But this could also be talking about just the direction of your life in general. It seems as though you're having trouble figuring out the reality of the situation here, because when I'm looking at your obstacle, you have the Ace of Cups, and your opportunity is the World in the reverse. So it's almost like you're having a hard time because you're emotionally invested in whatever the situation is. It looks like something could possibly be coming to an ending, or it seems like it's coming to an ending. I feel as though part of the problem is being able to figure out what you want to do about the situation. It seems like you're a little bit out of touch with what you truly desire versus like what you feel like you should be doing, which are two totally different things, right? It's kind of the energy of being like, okay, I truly desire to be an artist, but I don't think I can make money doing art, so I need to find a different job, right? Like something with a paycheck. And it feels like that's being reflected back to you this week. So if you're encountering a lot of people that seem like they're not getting on your page or they're not with your program, it's almost like the universe is trying to reflect that back to you. You could also be hearing people say things that when you're listening to it, it's like, this problem is so simple. I don't understand why this is a problem for you. And that's the universe's way of trying to reflect back to you, like, hey, whatever it is that you're wrestling about, deep down, you have the answer, right? You know what you want, but you're not allowing yourself to want what you want, because it's like you're kind of holding on to all the what ifs, right? What if I go after my heart's desire and it doesn't work? For some of you, you don't even know what that is because it seems like you're so disconnected from like your own joy. And so when I'm seeing why this situation is happening, this opportunity for something to end or not to end, or for you to make a decision, it's actually because you've manifested this into your life. It looks like whatever happens next, if you can get out of the energy of the moon, you have an opportunity to start really living your life purpose, right? Whether that's moving where you want to move, doing the kind of work you want, having the kind of partner that you want. But it feels like you're so attached to the idea of like what happiness should look like. Maybe something that would be good is for you to look at what happiness should look like for you, right? Not for anybody else, not what society thinks, because you're kind of encountering these moments in your life, or at least you will be, where you're having to make some very big decisions in a very spontaneous way. And that's because subconsciously, you know, you're not where you're supposed to be, right? You're not happy with where you are, but you're also maybe not taking like the steps to start changing it. So you're going to see the universe starting to take things that you should have released a long time ago, right? Because it's taking you further away from where you're supposed to be. Now, for those of you that are like, Chanel, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't even know what I like anymore. I've become so inundated in the rat race and the matrix and the everyday life. Something you could do is make a list of all the things you don't want. Because what I'm seeing here is a lot of you are settling for things that you don't want or that aren't quite what you want, because maybe you're not sure exactly what you want looks like. And so you're thinking like, if I stay here, eventually it could get better, right? Make that big list of all the stuff that you know you don't want. And then even if you're not sure what it is that you like in your life, at least you have a good starting point because you know what you don't want, right? So you can kind of assume you want the opposite of that. I invite you to get very clear about what you want over the next, I'd say, coming months, because what I'm seeing here is that you're going to be put in a position where you will have to change direction. You're going to have to change course, because everything that it seems like you've kind of built for yourself isn't really in alignment with who you are, right? Your advice is actually the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is telling you to take a look at like your value system right? Maybe at one time in your life you really valued having money, but now the universe is saying like that value needs to shift. And maybe you need to value like your own peace of mind, your own happiness, some of these less tangible benefits to creating a life that you want, because you're not supposed to be worrying about the money at this time, right? It's like all your life, maybe you've put the for sure thing at the forefront. Like, I know I'll make this with this career. I know that this person seems safe because they have a stock portfolio and they have a good track record of, commitment, right? Like, you're supposed to not look at any of that stuff anymore because your value system is supposed to be doing a 180, right? It's like you have been valuing all these things that you were taught to value, but in reality, none of it is serving you. And because you're so far out of alignment with where you really truly want to be, or where your higher self is trying to guide you, a lot of things will be changing in your life and you're going to be really confused about why that's happening, right? But just trust the process because it's actually happening to bring you closer to what you want. So for those of you that just have no idea what you want, just try to go with the flow because it really is all being orchestrated in a way that will put you on top. It just might not feel like it. Like, it might feel like you're losing things or things aren't working out before you actually get where you're supposed to be. So I have 2 oracle cards for you. The first one says, observe your attitude. Your lesson is to determine whether you spend most of your energy in a positive or negative frame of mind. Do you have to remind yourself to be positive, or are you naturally that way? Your goal for the week is to become mindful of whether you're unconsciously positive or negative. You also got relax, meditate, or do something simple in order to set your subconscious mind free. Be conscious of how your inner wisdom arises. You need to learn how to read all kinds of information on your journey toward your dreams, not just your thoughts or the assumptions of your rational mind. All right, air signs, thank you so much for stopping by. I will speak to you again soon, but in the meantime, you take very good care of yourselves and have an amazing week. Bye.